Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Gridiron Glory and happy Thanksgiving week. We're here with Tad and Will as we continue to cover the entire NFL, all 32 teams, their stories, their highlights, their struggles. And today we're focusing on an NFC East rivalry with the Dallas Cowboys going on the road and upsetting the Washington Commanders 34 to 26. A very big win for the Cowboys, one that they really needed to sort of just have a feel good moment in a season that's been very difficult. Interestingly enough, the Cowboys, they're 4-2 on the road, 0-5 at home, so that's very surprising to see, but it's where they are. The Commanders, they fall to 7-5, 2.5 games behind Philadelphia in the division, so a big loss there. To me, the big moment in this game was the kickoff returns by the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
You look at Cavante Turpin
yeah.
with that spin move to get the 99-yard touchdown to sort of announce the Cowboys' presence in this game. At least that's what it did for me. And after seeing that, I'd have to ask, where would you rank Cavante Turpin among kickoff returnmen in the NFL?
Well, after that specific kickoff return, just like you think about it, like you make that one spin move and then you see a lane and then you burst up field and it's just like you turn on the jets and show off your athleticism. That one kickoff return should rank you in the top five amongst kickoff current regular season kickoff returners in the league.
Certainly, that was a big moment there for this football team, and then obviously you also have Thomas returning the onside kick for a touchdown. With the Cowboys, I'm sorry, with the Commander trying to get back in the game, they had to do the onside kick, and it was recovered and for the touchdown. So
But then of course Terry McLaurin with that big play, to what was supposed to tie up the game, and then they
yeah,
missed the extra point, and like you were saying, how it ended. But yeah, Tad, with that Terry McLaurin big play, 5 catches, 102 yards, a touchdown. Yeah, Tad, where would you rank Terry McLaurin amongst the wide receivers in the NFL? The wide receiver ones.
I think I would have to rank him probably in the 13 to 15 range, probably. And yeah, where would you rank him? I'd like to ask.
I would. I just feel like what he proves week in and week out and does for this team. I'd probably put him at the solid hard 10 spot.
Yeah, very very good player for sure. He's proven to be valuable. So the 5 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown, including that 86-yard touchdown that you were talking about. So a big moment there.
And then Zach Ertz, of course, getting that touchdown. Yeah, where would you rank
Yeah,
Zach Ertz amongst tight ends? I'd say he's to me a seasoned veteran, if nothing else. A fairly
certainly.
serviceable tight end, 49 catches, 466 yards, 3 touchdowns. So a fairly serviceable top end, middle of the pack tight end.
Yeah, I mean, obviously back in the day he was one of the top tight ends, but at this point, I think it's fair to say he's fairly serviceable still, but maybe not to the level he was in the past, but still very quality. But yeah, looking at Dallas and what they were able to do on offense to just keep the Commanders on their toes. Cooper Rush was 24 for 32, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, a very quality performance from their offensive line, just the one sack allowed. Rico Dowdell, 19 carries for 86 yards. Big touchdown catch for Luke Schoonmaker, the Michigan product, a big job of stepping up there with the starter out. Um, CD Lamb, 10 catches, 67 yards. So Dallas, their offense, arguably one of their better performances of the year to get this upset. So after seeing this, where would you rank Cooper Rush amongst quarterbacks that are backup quarterbacks? I mean, he's not a backup more, I guess. But he was a backup quarterback.
No, he is. He is the backup quarterback because the starting quarterback is out for the season.
Right.
The starting quarterback, Dak Prescott, he is. I mean, unless Dak Prescott's no longer on the roster, then you can argue a case that Cooper Rush could compete for the starting quarterback position, but that title belongs to Dak. But Cooper Rush is filling in as a fairly serviceable backup in his place. 24 of 32, 247 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, I mean, I would honestly rank Cooper Rush in the top 5 in the NFL amongst backup quarterbacks because he's had fairly serviceable wins before.
He's had some fairly serviceable wins. Yep, definitely not a bad backup quarterback. I mean, he can do what he does. Looking at the game for Jaden Daniels, a lot of ups and downs. 25 of 38, 2 touchdowns, but also 2 interceptions. So he had some moments, especially late in the game. Obviously, the play to Terry that we've mentioned before and Ertz. So he had some moments, but all in all, I mean, just they couldn't get it going early on, and they were just playing catch up the whole game. It felt like.
Yeah, just you got to figure that these two teams are rivals. They know each other very well, and
yeah,
anything can happen in these kind of games. So yeah, Dallas wins 34-26. Next week they will. Oh yeah, also Micah Parsons in this game really quick. I do want to talk about him.
sure.
Yeah, 4 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. Micah Parsons certainly bringing the heat.
Yeah, Michael Parsons definitely one of the best defensive players in the league. Quality showing from the Cowboys defense. Parsons, Eric Kendricks, Josh Butler, big plays.
And obviously the Cowboys, they will be playing on the Thanksgiving stage versus the Giants. Tad, we know the history of the Cowboys and their moments on the Thanksgiving stage. Obviously, we know the current situation of what's going on for them. So, yeah. And what are you thinking for this Thanksgiving game for the Cowboys?
I mean, it's gonna be a football game between 2 teams they're both playing backup level quarterbacks, and it's gonna be an interesting game. I mean, some quality receivers, if nothing else. I mean, you got Malik Neighbors and CD Lamb, so that should be interesting. But it's gonna be an interesting game.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game. And then for the Commanders, they will play the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, I didn't really have any other final thoughts or takes on this game unless you did.
Yeah, I think I'm good. So thank you everyone for watching the Good Eye and Glory. Please continue to like, subscribe, and follow our channel throughout the NFL season and beyond. Thanks for watching, and of course, happy Thanksgiving week.